Popover Day, but we're not even going to
Pop
get
my cherry
there.
over day. All right, here we go. Going to Maine. You ready, baby girl? In
I
three.
think I am. Why can't I find this?
I don't know. Do you want me to wait a second for you?
No, go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Sweet cherry pie. So, hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope you humped this day and humped it real good.
That is also not the same song.
We have an incredible show for you today.
Nice to see
Not
you.
only
Hey,
did we
Sean.
get a little slice of the 80s. Was Warren 80s or 90s?
80s.
80s. Late 80s? I can't remember.
Probably.
Richard Bennett, hello. All of you, let's see. Someone look up when Sweet Cherry Pie came out and tell us in the chat room. Welcome, everybody. We are not going on Twitch tonight, so I'm sure that will piss off a couple of people, but it's for a good cause. The Day Off of Twitch campaign is because Twitchers trying to make a living, doing their thing, have got these rage invaders. I've already forgot the terminology. Hate raids coming in, and a bunch of people swarming in with bots and just saying awful things to people who are just trying to get a little work done. And we decided to join that little mini cause and take a day off today. And that's the way it goes.
I understand that there is also, I just recently joined TikTok and I'm super obsessed about it, but the similar thing happens on TikTok. So if there are creators on Twitch that you love or creators on TikTok that you love, maybe showing them some love might be a really nice thing. And you have to do that by like actually commenting and watching all the way through and stuff like that. But that might help because the way the algorithm is built, it is possible to squash somebody's content just by reporting them, having enough people report them. So anyway,
that's a good point. What you get are people who, frankly, more often than not, look like me, being super pissed off that people who do not look more or less like me are being very successful on Twitch and getting a big audience on Instagram and finding a way to make a living, and they get very frustrated and they go on and try and squash those. They squash the dissent, if you will. Yes, ma'am.
I do have a tiny bone to pick with you, though.
Good.
I mean, you're very cute.
Thank you, sweetheart. We have what could possibly be the greatest show of any entertainment art form in the history of mankind. We got it for you tonight. Shit's going to get real.
No, I'm not going to lie. Chris Grawl, I'm also not ready.
Chris Grawl's in the house.
I'm also not ready.
I got to catch up with Chris Grawl. There's some information I want to know from that young man. We're going to figure that out. So let's go over what we've got going.
So we have this is sort of like our normal show. We're going to do pup dates.
Yep.
We're going to do junky photos. We've got a couple, 2, 3 photos from high school. We've still got plenty of those. I'm saving them for when things get a little more locked down, when it gets cold. And we have we're going to apparently going to have a little science lesson with Scott about girth.
We're all going to work on the science together. We're going to talk to you in the chat room. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after 15 years of Siglerism, 15 years of swollen, turgid, swinging girthitude, veiny girthitude, if you will, we're going to define how many words constitutes a girth. So therefore, when I tell you the book is girthy, you will be able to measure it. Just boom, subconscious, wham, slam, slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
You know that Adam Savage once did a scientific paper on measuring tiny amounts, like a smidge or scotch.
I didn't know that. Really?
Bit. Yeah, he actually submitted it.
We gotta get Adam on Monster of the Week too. That's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that would be. He did a whole paper.
We just booked Grammar Girl today. Grammar Girl's gonna wind up being on it in about a month from now. It's gonna be super great.
And there's some of you guys out there who are just like me, who first remember Grammar Girl from what was it? Cool and Useful Science. She had a little, like, same as Grammar Girl, like little bits. She's a talented mofo, man. She's smart as hell. Yeah, and it was so fun when I first met her working with Scott a dozen years ago, and I was like, wait, you're her?
Okay.
It was super creepy.
Oh, Casper Cat is at Dragon Con. Hello.
Yay.
Hello, everybody at Dragon Con. We love you. We miss you. Next year, hopefully, unless we're all dead. Look at his head. It's like Sputnik. Round and quite pointy, but it's like an orange on a toothpick. But more important than even my swollen, veiny, sweaty girthitude.
Oh, Lord.
Is, ladies and gentlemen, today is National Cherry Popover Day.
You know what we don't have? We don't have cherry popovers. Nor did we start the show with cherry popovers. We started the show with cherry pie, neither of which is a popover.
Sweet cherry pie!
If you are an American or in the North American colonies, you will understand that a popover is not a thing we have a lot. This is look, he's trying to get at it. What we do have a lot of. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay. I got to fix the little art there. Hang on.
All right. Oh, come on, girl. What?
We do have turnovers. They're the same recipe, but they're made different.
Oh my God.
Popover goes into a muffin tin.
Look at my cherry, you vile miscreant. Stare at my cherry, you'll never eat it. Never.
And turnover obviously gets folded, the dough gets folded over. It gets sugared on top, which doesn't happen with a popover, but the cherries inside are the same, and that kind of thing is the same. So as you guys have probably seen or heard over the summer, Scott loves cherries. So it's going to be turnovers here, not popovers, because it's been a long week here at the Sigler household. So I went with what I had, and he doesn't care because he's eating cherries.
Right.
And that it's going to go poorly for me later on in the cast, I'm pretty sure.
My God.
But still, there we go.
Oh my God, baby, well done, outstanding.
Yeah. Also, while he's doing that, and before we move on, I have to say tonight I am drinking a wine in a glass with a couple of ice cubes, and you can't really see it. Wait, now you can, and a couple of blackberries in there. And I had a very, very dear friend of mine. Her name was Kitty, and Kitty, that was her favorite drink: wine with a couple of ice cubes and a few berries in it, and cherry. Kitty was very special to me and is one of my best friend's moms, or was one of my best friend's moms, and Kitty's no longer with us, and she just lived life to the fullest. And I'm having a rough week, a little bit personal rough week, having a little bit of a rough time of it personally, so I thought I'm going to channel Kitty and have wine with berries in it.
I am not laughing at Kitty. I'm laughing at Shane Burton Shaw, who says I'm eating diabetes on a plate. Yes, it is. It is also, you know what? I'll be frank.
Go ahead.
The only reason I do
Frank.
this show.
I'm A.
Hi, A. The only reason I do this show is always beating on camera. A always picks a delightful treat holiday.
And then try and make your day.
Like, it could be, she could have a choice between, let's see, it's National Save Your Scabs Day or National Chocolate Pie Day. I'll go with the chocolate pie, and I always seem to come out and make it like a bandit.
Now, you guys can tell me otherwise, and you can tell me I will do the nasty things, but honestly, I'm pretty sure, even though you love him to do the stupid things, you don't want to see it, like a Ziploc bag full of scabs or something. You don't want that. You want that. You want to see him doing this. And then complaining that he has to run 3 miles tomorrow because he ate all the cherry turnover.
Sweet mother of all that's holy, that's delicious. All right. Okay, let's get on with business.
Ollie, no, Twitch is not working today. There is what is it called? The day off of Twitch?
It's a day off Twitch. It's a little campaign taking just one day off Twitch because of the hate raids, rage raids, whatever you want to call them. People are storming. If you've got let's be marginalized groups, any kind of creator who is not, how do you say it, baby?
Who doesn't look like you,
doesn't
but
look
not as
largely
cute.
like me, largely like me, but they don't have this luscious rock and roll beard, and they are
or a cute date.
They are sending waves of bots into other people's Twitch streams to try and just crap all over everything and destroy their shows for no other reason than they're full of hate. That is literally the only reason they're full of hate.
And they can.
And
the way the algorithm is written, they can.
And the technology provides for it too. These groups and streamers and Twitchers have been complaining to Twitch, like, can you do something about this? Just keep them out of our show so we can just run a show with our crowd and do our hangout. It'll be great.
Yeah, we're not
and
chasing
Twitch has
them.
been slow to respond. Yeah. So there's a small campaign, hashtag a day off Twitch, 1 day off Twitch, something. I don't remember what the hell it is.
You guys
we decided to join it. That's it. We decided for this one day. We'll be back next week.
You guys know that we are people who believe a lot in truth and justice. We are people who believe a lot in small businesses being enough. And, we say all the time, we're not really a mom and pop business. We're a 2-person business that is just trying to make cool stuff for cool people. And there's a lot of people who may or may not believe that creating content is its own job. But we believe here in this house that is a job. That is our job. We create content. We just create content that lasts forever and doesn't need to be charged with with some sort of electronic. But it's still content, and theirs is still content too. So we decided that we would support that just for tonight. We'll be back on Twitch on Friday for Monster of the Week.
That's right.
And we'll be back on Twitch on Saturday night. Saturday night, every first Saturday of the month, our good friend Steve Rigberg, the Iceberg, who I think he's in the chat room tonight. Steve hosts, oh my goodness, he's such a freaking hero.
Beast.
I think it's maybe it's 7 hours long. It's huge. He
Holy
hosts,
shit,
starts
Leah,
at 4
congratulations.
p.m. Pacific time, ends at 11 p.m. Pacific time, so that it gets many, many, many weekend time zones. He hosts a Zoom happy hour that whole time. This particular weekend, Saturday night at 7 p.m., it would be 11 p.m. on the East Coast. And if it weren't a COVID year, Steve, Scott, and I would not be doing a happy hour. We would be in Atlanta at DragonCon doing something called
DC. What?
One for the Junkies. And One for the Junkies, I really don't know how to explain to you if you've never been there, but or if you've been to Sigler Fest, it's sort of like a very short, very hedonistic Sigler Fest, and I am saying that on purpose. It's more hedonistic than a whole weekend because we got to do it in 2 hours. And if you've never been to a DragonCon, you've never been to a Sigler Fest, you've never been to any conventions, it's just a fun... we're going to have some content. It's going to be a little weird. Who knows what we're going to do? It's nothing outrageous, but you can come and hang out with us. We are going to have a whole bunch of Q&As for the next couple of weeks because we're just at the end of The Gangster before we start The Stone Wolves, which is our next podcast. We're going to be 2 episodes next Wednesday, and the Wednesday after that, we will be doing SIGLERinPLACE, and it will be Q&A. The whole thing will be Q&A. That will be the podcast of the Q&A for The Gangster. That said, we can't do that Saturday night with you guys, so we're going to come up with something else fun. So join us join Steve from 4 p.m. Pacific time to 11 p.m. Pacific time. We will be joining Steve from 7 p.m. Probably till 8, maybe a little bit later. I don't know, but 7 o'clock.
Also, I believe in the chat room, I think it was Jenna Leah said we could do this in Siglebrations, but I'll probably forget.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Jenna Leah said she has lost 15 pounds in the year, and her heart is looking super sexy.
Now, look.
She said it looks great, but I'm like, that heart, girl, that heart is, that heart walked by and it stopped my heart. That's like, what happened.
Oh, hot tiny heart. Good for you. That's a huge thing. Now,
Also,
look, I will say this. I have crummy feet.
There we go. Chris
and
McQuaid.
I have a podiatrist, and I feel like I'm a little bit young to have a podiatrist, but maybe I'm not. And these last 2 days have been working on, I'm trying to fix a problem that I currently have. And I got an email from my podiatrist saying, I don't know, that sounds great. Your feet look great. So I totally feel you when you say your heart looks great. Also, congratulations. 15 pounds in a global pandemic is huge. I'm very happy for you.
It's a very baller move. And
good for you, too.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Let's get into, now what do you got? Tip. Oh, real quick. Throw a brother a text. You get put on our text stream. I send out texts about all the stuff we do. Sunday episodes, Monster of the Week, and of course these Wednesday episodes too. And if you text me there on a regular basis, I won't see it. It's only kind of an out. It's an outie. It's not an innie. It's an outie text. But you get that. You text that. You'll get 2 confirmation texts and reply. Do it.
But wait a minute. What if they get a text from you and it reminds them that they have a question for Empty Set? What should they do?
They should send that question to info@emptyset.com. That's what they should do because it's info@emptyset.com. It's the healthy thing and it's a tasty way to do it. I'm pretty sure that's how
2 things to say before we move into our normal content.
Okay.
First thing is this I mentioned this Friday, still on Twitch, back on Twitch on Friday.
Chris McWhite,
all the places. Is Monster of the Week. This week's Monster of the Week guest.
Not yet. No. We're coming up on that, right?
Yeah, I think that's right where we are.
No,
isn't it?
I missed it. God, thank you, baby.
Is actress Rachel True. Actress Rachel True was in. She was in the
Craft.
The Craft.
She was in Half Baked.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
where I see
which
her,
is currently my best stoner movie of all time. I mean, it changes. I think that is the best stoner movie of all time. And she is, she's fantastic.
She's fantastic. And she has chosen The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing to discuss. If you guys are unfamiliar with Monster of the Week, because it's new, it's Scott's new show. It's every Friday night at 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's only 30 minutes long, but it is recorded and put in the feed after, put in his social media feeds eventually.
Yes. Yeah.
Eventually it'll be at scottsigler.com too, but it's not there yet because as you guys know, Scott's philosophy is you get four or so things in the can you're proud of, you learn what you're doing, and then you start to market it. So he's doing that just with Monster of the Week. It's Friday afternoons at 4 p.m. It's live. It's beautiful. If you have not yet seen it, I would search Facebook or whichever social media you're on for Monster of the Week and Cookie Monster or Monster of the Week. Who was Jonathan's? Jonathan
Mayberry was. Let me go over what we've done so far real quick. First episode with Dog Soldiers with Jonathan Mayberry. Second episode was Danny Bilson, the Creeper, a 1950s monster. Delilah Dawson was week number 3 with Gamort from The Neverending Story.
That was great.
She even gave us some gun show because she's a power lifter now. It was awesome.
She just started powerlifting in lockdown.
Powerlifting in lockdown. She's looking great. Rob Otto did Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th, part 3. Phil Plait did the Giant Ants from them. Rachel Burks just did Cookie Monster. All of those are available at youtube.com/ScottSigler, facebook.com/ScottSigler, or twitch.tv/ScottSigler. But go to YouTube. That's the best place to do it. Rachel's doing the Creature from the Thing. Then Friday, September 10th, we're having Amanda Diebert, author Amanda Diebert, influencer Amanda Diebert. She's on talking about Medusa from the original Clash of the Titans. Friday, September 17th, I'm going to fanboy out because my buddy, Lucky Yates, Krieger from Archer is going to be on. He's going to talk about Audrey 2 from the Little Shop of Horrors. On Friday, September 24th, Bronson Pinchot, Balky himself, the narrator of Aliens Phalanx, is going to be talking about that Wicked Witch of the West. And then we have Grammar Girl on after that, and she hasn't picked out a monster yet. She says she doesn't watch a lot of monster movies, so we're going to pick one out for her and probably something from a book. And to have her on, we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay. So a lot of fun there going on. You guys can be in the chat room and ask questions. It's great.
We had a lot of folks say like, wait. I did not understand that I could choose the Cookie Monster as a monster.
People were pissed.
I don't even care if you choose your daughter as the monster, as long as you can
Phil
defend
Plait sent me a Twitter DM and he cursed me out in many, many curse words to say I didn't know I could use the Cookie Monster. If I had known that, I would have done it. I said, Phil, there's nothing I can do. It's beyond.
Can't choose the Cookie Monster.
It's out of my control.
We've already discussed that. Hey, Shannon, you're not late. You're right on time.
Yes, everybody's right on time. Shannon Bethany's still jumping in the room too. All right, so let's get going. So now we're going to go into. All right, here we go. I got a new navigation system. Go to books, and then I hit this. Boom, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 39 of The Gangster is up on the feed, and episode 40 is going to be up next week. And when episode 40 is up, that is the final episode. I have some things to say about that in a minute. But if you're not subscribed to ScottSigler.com/subscribe to the newsletter, you should be. That's a good thing to do. You'll get a lot of I don't know why I'll have to work on this. This navigation's not so great. But go get on that. Jump on it. Jump on it.
Our good pal, the Iceberg, just said it in the chat room, too. This coming Sunday, like whenever, 4 days from now, is the last story episode of The Gangster. So if you have been listening along, but you're like an episode or two behind, you don't want to miss it. Because The Gangster is a departure for the GFL. It's very GFL, and it's a little bit of a departure for the GFL. So next Saturday, the entire story will be out there for the whole world. People who are waiting for the cast, all that stuff. There's one little group that hasn't. There are a few people who prefer to read the hardcover, and I know that's not most of you because you met Scott as an audio provider, but there are a few people who like to wait for the actual book to read it. And even more, there's a tiny little group of people who like to wait for the paperback. My goodness, I don't have that kind of dedication. So the last story episode will be out this coming Sunday. The next 2 Sundays will be Q&A episodes. So if you have any questions for the FDO about anything at all, it doesn't have to be gangster related, email those questions to info@emptyset. You can email them as long as it's horizontal. If you take your cell phone and you shoot yourself video horizontal, we'll put that on. It has to be 30 seconds or less, and it has to be shot horizontal landscape. If not, you can send an MP3 and we'll play your voice live. And if you just want to send your own question and I read it out loud, that is fine too.
Did you read this? I was in a cherry coma. Sorry.
No, I'm getting there.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Gotcha.
So what we're doing is this coming Sunday, we're going to do episode 40, which is a story episode. Next Wednesday, a week from today, this cast will actually be our Q&A episode 1. You guys can ask stuff in the chat room then. It is far better for you to consider it and email it to info@emptyset so that we have a organized and exciting podcast. The next 2 SIGLERinPLACEs may not quite have the format we have now. We're still going to do a hello and all that other stuff. We probably will do like very light, very big Siglebrations. Maybe, I'm not sure, because we'll also be packing and shipping The Gangster. So we're going to come back.
What did you say?
I know.
What did you say?
Today is September 1st. And do you know what that means?
I'll give you the porn music. Lay it down.
Our tiny books.
Lay it down, baby.
Which are not really tiny. It's 5 pallets worth of books. It's 5,000 pounds worth of books, so they're not really tiny.
Breathing
heavy. They are on the way to San Diego. You have to stop this now, though, because they are on the way to San Diego.
Yeah. I always San Diego.
Hurricane Ida is on its way to them.
Son of a bitch.
Actually has found them. So our books are safe, but our drivers, of course, have rules of the road, and they're as you guys know, if you've seen truckers anywhere in the world and you've been on the highway and you've seen truckers, they have safety limits that we don't have. My car is 5,000 pounds. Their truck is 17. I don't even know how many. 170,000. 2 trillion
7
pounds.
girthitudes.
Who knows? It's very girthy. So we have been advised, because nothing can go right with the gangster. We've been advised that there's this storm, Ida, and then there's another storm behind it, a tropical storm behind it, both of which are hitting the United States in the next 4 days, and both of which may delay the delivery of the gangster. What they're saying is, because you've been on a highway with a truck that can't control it when a big wind gust hits or something. So to protect our inventory and to protect their drivers and their machinery, if there is a Category 3 storm or higher of any ilk, tropical storm, hurricane, anything, their drivers are grounded. So we were advised that today. Our books have been on the road for 1 day, and now they may be delayed along the way. So we'll find out.
I have a question.
I may or may not have an answer.
In honor of the new season of Archer that is out, I'm wearing my Glenn Gooley blue shirt. Would you say those trucks, as the storm is approaching, are in the danger zone?
Yes.
Okay.
They totally are. I honestly, you guys, look, I'm not going to tell you all about it because it's a lot of rough stuff, but I will say I've been having a really shitty week. I'm just going to say that. It's not has to do with Scott. It's everything with us is good. Everything with our job is good.
Usually it has to do with Scott, but not this week.
So I will say I've been having a very busy, very rough week. And I wish that I could hang out with my brother right now, but he's in New York and I'm here and COVID sucks and stuff like that. So I will say, when I got the email today that said, hey, listen, I know your stuff is on the road, but we're going to make sure that nothing happens to your inventory, so your books may be delayed in arriving. I was like, no, of course. Not only this is the way this whole week has been going, but this is the way the whole gangster has been going. Right. So we are going to, so the answer to this is this, to wrap this up. Episode 40 runs on Sunday. The next 2 Sundays will be Q&As that we will record on the next 2 Wednesdays. Okay. So send in any questions you have to info@emptyset. They can be landscape video, they can be MP3s, or they can be just written and I'll read them out loud. Mm-hmm. As soon as these books arrive in San Diego, which I hope is no later than the 10th of September, but who knows, because there's 2 tropical storms hitting the U.S. right now, or about to hit the U.S. right now. Whenever they get here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unpack them. He's going to sign them. We're going to ship them.
And we slap them up, flip them, and rub them down.
Him. Oh, okay. No.
I'll reverse them. Close enough. Okay.
I said the reverse them first.
So there's a lot of stuff to cover, and we've had a good time, and we've kind of packed it in. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. But we are quick update on GFL Book 7. I am storming Norman on this thing. It's fantastic. So far, 93,794 words into the second draft. We're very close to the production draft. The current running word count is 172,358. I have a good feeling we're going to be over 200,000 on this again. Dang it. So that means at this point, based on words that are done, words that are in the manuscript, we are 54.4% done with that, and we are moving on. And you did the update for the gangster cover?
I did. I do have to say a couple, 2-3 things. Samora just mentioned in the chat room that her company and her boss and her management is also having trouble with over-the-road trucking, and I agree with what Vaughn Hyde just said in the chat room, which is the books are safe, the drivers are safe. At this point, that's all that really matters to us. It's going to be 2 or 3 days because they're not actually, like, the warehouse is not in danger and the trucks themselves are not in danger. So I'm happy to wait a few more days after 2 whole years. I feel like we're all in that same place.
Yes.
So we're going to do that.
When I get to the warehouse, it's going to become a swear house. I'll let you know that right now. We got to get to SIGLERations. We got stuff to cover. Let's go, baby.
We do. Oh, sorry. What we do have to mention, next month, if you haven't heard it yet, next month in September, no Story Smack because we're going to be shipping the gangster, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
We're going to have our hands on some thick tomes.
As you guys know, we do SIGLERations, and I don't care as long as it's a celebration and it doesn't shit on anybody else. You can't say I'm so glad because that girl got fired, but send it to info@emptyset.
Info@emptyset.com, y'all.
Yep.
Do it.
And we have a handful. We have some that will be in photos too, so don't get crazy if yours is not here. We have Mark Copenhaver, known to junkies far and wide as the big guy. He had a birthday this past Sunday. We love you, big guy. I hope you had a terrific day. It looks like you totally did.
Yeah.
Also, Ken Crawford had a birthday on Sunday. Ken Crawford has been a junkie since before I was a junkie, I think. So congratulations, and I hope you had a great day, Ken. Michael Grace, I know we've got a photo for you, but I did want to say happy birthday. I hope you had a terrific time. Bruce McLaughlin, who has been such a good friend to me. I hope you had a terrific birthday. I hope you do have a birthday on Friday. A terrific birthday on Friday. Send Dima's High School Football rules. And then I have a few more with the photos, but I do want to say one more special thing. On this coming Saturday, my great good friend and sister, Shannon Chavarria, has a birthday, and I love you and happy birthday to you too.
All right. We're not even going to get to all the content today. We're just having too much freaking fun. No, I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Here we go. And now we go to this advertiser, right? Boom, 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 boom. Shoot it, boom. Hold on.
Oof, you guys. I have been mentioning.
Oh, crap. What happened to it?
I don't know. You find it and I'll talk about it.
I muck up the works. You talk about it. What's
in
the mood again?
It's the Cajun Navy Foundation. So, as you guys know, Hurricane Ida touched down on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina having touchdown in New Orleans. Cajun Navy Foundation is an on-the-ground support system that actually works with people who have the ability to travel within the damage zone. And they are doing things like rescuing people, excavating things so that they can free dogs or work machinery or anything like that. They are doing whatever needs doing in context. That's the thing that they're doing really well. And they started this. They have actually not, if you go to their website today or tomorrow, it may or may not be updated with Hurricane Ida because they were still working on Hurricane Laura when Hurricane Ida happened.
Where did Hurricane Laura hit? I missed that.
Tropical storm. Sorry, okay. Tropical storm. Hurricane Laura was a few years ago, but tropical storm.
These guys got good-looking T-shirts. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, so they are boots on the ground in the place in the United States that was just hit with Hurricane Ida, and they are actually doing whatever needs doing however they can. They give out food, they rescue people, they give out water, they rescue animals, they provide transportation for earth-moving equipment, things like that. And if as you guys know, this is something that we always feature. It's a 501c or a registered charity nonprofit. 501c is the designation in the United States, and registered charity is outside the United States. But if you guys have, even if it's very local, like this is to the New Orleans Basin.
Well, they need some help.
Yeah, they really do. If you guys have something hyper-local or really big, you can send it to us. We'll advertise it here for free. We'll also make a small donation and ask you guys to share it or donate as you see fit. The folks right now who are in the path of devastation, what they call the path of devastation after Hurricane Ida has already moved inland, they're still really just looking for survivors at this point. There is very, very little flowing electricity, very, very little flowing water in New Orleans and Louisiana today. And if you can share this or do any support of this, that would be terrific.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to Maine, and we got a quick little Siglerbration ad. Mike Jant says, got a Siglerbration just happened tonight. My 3-year-old has had a speech delay and has been working with a speech therapist. Tonight he told my wife, quote, I love you for the first, end quote, for the first time. I'm assuming that's the child, not the speech therapist, because that would create a whole issue.
God, that's awesome.
And they've been waiting 3 years to hear that, and congratulations.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. I know how hard and how fervently you have waited to hear that. What a great, beautiful thing. Congratulations, Mike. Mike also sent me an email this week, and I want to let you know some more. He sent me an email that he has a proud place, a pride of place for his alert pin. And he was really pleased to share that with me, so I wanted to share that with you.
We're going to now have the girth discussion, but before we do that, real quick, we're going to go here and then here. All right, so this is a real quick. Facebook, they blank you in the drive-thru. They blank you in the drive-thru every time because they know you're gone. They've grabbed all our audience and they've held it, and now they're like, oh, would you like to reach the people who have opted into your page? Then you need to pay us, you son of a bitch. I'm going to need to see a little lettuce cross my palm for the people who want to see you.
Lettuce.
They're both. Lettuce has many meanings, many meanings. So if you are if you follow me at Facebook at facebook.com/GodSigler, if you haven't, go there and hit the hit the button that lets you follow it, which is this button right here. Click the join group button, y'all. And then after the join group button, refresh the page, you will see, if you click the joined button and drops down, you'll see one that says manage notification. It's a bell. Like the show Save the Bell. You may remember what that was all about. If you click on Manage Notifications, you will then see this page. What you want to click is all posts, and then when Facebook is fucking you in the drive-thru, you're fucking Facebook in the back door to the drive-thru. It's nasty, but sometimes that's a little bit fun. That's what you do to make sure you see all my stuff on Facebook. And, whenever you see somebody's stuff on Facebook, because of the algorithm, just click like, throw in a comment. Don't hurt nothing. Takes 2 seconds. Let's get back to Maine. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for... There's been many discussions about orbital theory, string theory. There's many discussions about the meaning of gravity, the meaning of life. There's many discussions about philosophy, many discussions about what does it mean to exist, religious discussions, the contemplating the immortal soul. All of these things that have come before are important, but yes, doll.
Is this relevant to girth?
Now we arrive at the most prophetic, important, profound, incredible scientific discussion in the history of all of our genitalia. We have to talk about girth. We have to talk about girth. Now I forgot who brought the goddamn thing up. Anyway, Facebook. Maybe it was Adam, somebody. I'll try and remember. But we are now going to talk real quick. We're going to take 15 minutes in the chat room. We're going to hammer out what it means to be girthy in the context of literature, because I'm a very accomplished erudite author who writes wonderful screeds that shall be remembered for all eternity for changing the human condition. We're talking about girth. Let's talk about it, babe. First of all, how many words does it take for a book to be girthy? Right now, my best guess is 100,000 words means the book is girthy.
Oh, that's like a normal book.
That's a normal book?
Yeah,
a normal book's 80 to 90,000 words.
No, a YA book is 80 to 90.
Okay.
A normal book's 125K.
No,
Yes.
ma'am, you are incorrect.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Sir, your first book.
We're not talking my books. We're talking the books of all the peons and the miscreants, the
publishing industry
subclasses,
knew that you were girthy.
the proletariat, if you will.
They let your first book get through at 125K.
People who are not actually infected was 90,000 words.
I'm not
so
sure
let's talk.
That's true, sir.
And
ma'am.
Check the tape. Okay, so let's talk about it. Chris Growl says a manhole is girthy because it's wider than it is long. I'm getting stared at now.
You're getting squinted at now, actually.
Chris McWhite is just shouting girth for no particular reason. Samorg Jaborch says, and thick swingers, pardon me.
Samorg Jurabachi is all about the big, thick swingers. Ma'am.
Pandemic was 145,000 words.
No.
What was it?
It was like 190,000 words.
That's girthy, dog. That's girthy.
I'm looking up infected, you guys. There's no chance that's 100,000.
Look it up. Look it up. Let's go, guys. All right, in the comments, what do you think? Because, I'm going to have to take a moment and go to Facebook. I got to find out who did this because this human being deserves credit for coming up with this question. Let's see. 2 more comments. I believe I know who it was. Nope. Give me 1 second. Don't be bored. It's okay. It's all right. Don't be bored. Let's see. 1 more comment. Andy Dane. Junky Andy Dane asked, what is the metric system in relation to girth? So if you have a girth, is 100th of that a centigirth? And what is a decagirth? What is a megagirth? I don't know. So that is the question we're asking right now. So let's see. Joshua Loy says, Ray Porter helps the girth not hurt my ear holes because swollen turgitude slamming into your ear canal can be a painful experience. Many of us have gone through this. We know it can cause chafing. Sometimes you need a little salve on there, a little balm, bag balm can really help with that. Chris Growl says maybe there's a ratio. Beer cans are girthy compared to wine bottles. Good point. Good point, sir.
Sirs and ma'ams, this is a family show.
Steve Rickenberg says the gangster is 166,000 words. Is that a girth and a half plus? Is that one girth 66 centigirth?
A cube of girth.
How much is a cube of girth? Is that 300,000 words to be a cube of girth?
No,
which I can do. Are you challenging me to write a 300,000 word book?
Dude, I remember when you tried to write 1 million words in a year, and I was like, sir, that's too many words. And he was like, really? He literally did. He's like, no, watch me. I'm like, no, let me try and explain.
Watch me.
A lot of people don't understand how many words a million are, or a billion, or a million versus a billion. I will say this. Scott tried in 2009, or I think it was, or 2008.
I'll try again. 2022.
To write a million words in a year and still do all the rest of the thing. You should have done it in lockdown, is what you should have done.
Maria says it's not a unit of measure. It needs a unit of measure. Maria, that's what you're trying to do. Bruce Press says it's a metric F ton of words more than girthy. Well, a metric F ton, that's an abstract term. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just a figure of speech. Whereas girthy, we are trying to define what constitutes a girthy book. So here's my postulate. Here we go. I will say that I believe 100,000 words is a girth. That is what a girth is, 100,000 words. So for a book to be girthy, it has to be more than 100,000 words. And then you can get in centigirths, decagirths, half girths, 3/4 girths, which is like,
Nobody says 3/4 girths. That's not a thing. You don't say 3/4 of a...
People say 3/4 chub. I got a 3/4 chub. That means you're excited, but not super excited. It's like moderately involved in the process that's happening right now. Sean says, which of my books was around that cutoff? So far, I think the only one I've written that was not actually 100,000 words plus was Infected. I had to show up. I had to drive my truck of words, back it up into the loading dock, back it up slow, back it up steady, get it to the loading dock, and then when I unloaded upon Random House, then we decided that from then on, 90,000 words just wasn't turgid enough, wasn't swollen enough. So, Maria D'Souza says, okay, get that up in the chat. I propose the
Maria, I thought we were pals.
Maria has proposed the girthon as a unit of measurement. Therefore, girthy can describe many things, but the girthon. Do I have a second in the chat room for the girthon being a unit of measure? Now, Chris McWhite's talking about a girthitude as a unit of measure. So it's a girthitude. So right now, the motion on the floor is for a girthon as a unit of measure. We need a second on that. Chris McGuire is throwing out 2.5. Oh, so Howard Denatale, seconded right now. There it is. The girth.
What on
the girthon.
Earth are you guys talking about? Do you understand? The more you mess with his head about shit like this, the further away the things you get to read are.
Oh no! If I've got a unit of measure to measure the swollen turgitude awesomeness, that is what I do. We will get more of the girthy. David Lamb says girthon should be awarded XP. Dave, we got to figure out how much a girthon is before we move on to awarding the XP. And that's not to say that girthitude is not a solid word, but right now the operative word is a girthon. How many words is a girthon? Because you could have a girthon as X number of words, and then it could be girthy if it's got X number of girthons.
I'm not even lying to you. You have no idea what you're doing. I mean, no idea what you're doing.
All right.
I know I burned out a little bit there.
Joshua Loya, motion on the floor, says, the representative from California, Joshua Loya, says, a girthon is a unit of 100,000 words, and he votes for girthon as well. So some more examples. Say, what's the girthon to turgitude conversion? I don't know. That's a whole separate episode. I love it. Yes.
Sir.
Yep.
Tell me how many words the published version of Infected was.
92,000 words.
How about 110? 460 something. 587. 110,587 words. So get out of here with your 80 grand.
The contract was for 80,000 words, and I was like, that will not do.
Oh, honey.
That will not do.
Oh, tiny.
I had so much swagger back then. I walked into Random House, they're like 80,000 words. So I'm like, no, it's just you guys are going to take it. You're going to take it all in your eye canal. They took it in their eye canal, which much credit to them. Right in their eye, straight in the eye. Yeah.
You know, if you give them what they pay for, you get paid the most words, money per word.
I believe it was Salumaire the philosopher who said, money
is like
only
the word
temporary.
For salami?
Yes, it is. Sally Mae.
Lord's sakes, dude, I just spent 10 minutes looking up the document for Infected, you guys. I haven't gotten a fucking thing done all week long.
Hey, listen, At least I didn't bring out the Greek philosopher Testocrates. We all know he's a completely different guy. But Salome, the Italian philosopher, wonderful, wonderful guy.
To be fair, our good friend the iceberg comes in quite another time yet again to say, from the guy with an 80K plus novella.
Yeah, that
one's
novella,
on me.
That novella is 124K. Thank you very much.
And that one's on me.
Chris Grawl says 90,000 words is standard for work of fiction. Thus, a girthon is more than the standard. Thus, anything more than a girthon is girthy. So, is a girthon 90,000 words? Chris McWhite, Testocrates was absolutely a wonderful, wonderful
There
philosopher.
is no Testocrates, you guys. There is none. You don't get to rewrite Greek
Salome
history.
quoted Testocrates many times.
Okay, one.
Many times.
Salome is Roman, number one. Number two, there is no Testocrates. I've been to Greece. I've hiked Mount Olympus. I haven't seen a single... Okay, wait, I saw those two, but just those two.
You haven't read the same books I have, ma'am.
I just saw the two Testocrates on Mount Olympus, but I was a family thing. It was fine. It's fine.
Howard, yes, the Sevi could be a unit of measurement for badassery. That is the guitar player for Super Weapon. Let's go back to Maine. So a girthon, Joshua Lawyer says a girthon has to be 100,000 or more. I'm going to go ahead and say, despite Chris Grawl, what state is Chris Grawl in again? What state is Chris Grawl in right now?
Illinois at the moment.
Despite the representative from Illinois, the esteemed representative from the great state of Illinois, Salome-ish comment about 90,000 words. Kudos to that. I think we are leaning towards 100,000 words as a girthon. Mike Wers, of course, points out the obvious logic. Anything less than 90,000 words would be considered erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction. 100,000 experience points. 100,000. I'm sorry, that was fantastic.
It is the literal only way I accept shit like this.
I'm crying right now. This is incredible.
So I have to say, because Mike, you don't know this, but before Scott and I met, I was a medicinal chemist. A medicinal chemist manages how drugs work in the body. And one of the drugs I worked on to get approved is a drug you may have heard of called Viagra. So the only way to get me to take all this bullshit as truth is to do a thing like a right-tile dysfunction, sons of bitches.
Andy Dane suggested 1,000 words. He has been vetoed. I think we are now going. Although, if you have 1,000 words as a girth, 100,000 words is a kilogirth. That's a very good word.
But we got to do junky pictures because we got a couple birthdays and things.
So we are all right, ladies and gentlemen. I did it again. The International Committee on Girthitude, which are the same motherfuckers that made Pluto not a planet. Let's be honest. This is not going to be an easy conversation. This will not be over in just one night. We're going to have to talk about this. Daryl wants to know when a girthon will be featured in a Super Weapon song. I will say very soon. Real quick, speaking of Super Weapon, let's go ahead and talk about this. Boom. I'm gonna go and play the video. Then we're gonna get it. What are we getting into of this, baby?
Junky photos.
Okay.
Spartans, what is your profession?
Are you doing the whole thing?
No, just enough to say. Let's see. We are still in the running in the opening act contest. My band has made the first cut. Looks like we're gonna make the second cut. But swing over to theopenact.com/2021/superweapon and throw in a vote. And you can vote every day until we are dropped out of the contest like a flaccid 3/4 turgid girthitude.
And your one vote a day is free as long as you're signed into Facebook.
You gotta be signed into Facebook.
And we'd appreciate it.
Yes, that's this is a turgid video. It's incredible. And that is a Sevi. As you can see, the guitarist right there. A Sevi is a unit of badassery. So we've got a new word. It's great. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I do love that Sandberg guitar. That Sandberg bass.
Lovely.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It's creamy.
Here's the crazy thing. It's creamy to look at.
Yep.
We don't have
it's
it in
downstairs.
Here.
We'll bring it next week.
Creamy to look at, and it's like all the sound is beautiful and round, and like no, that's okay. Just add a little more milk.
Michael
add a little
Grace,
more sugar. It's
sorry,
all good.
Michael Grace, just go to superweaponband.com. And then if you look at the blog, first blog post is about the opening act. We've got a link there and everything. Get over there, vote every day. There's a couple of fantastic acts ahead of us. 2 are ahead of us right now, and they're fucking good. Pardon me, they're very good. But you know what? They're not girthy enough. Get us past that. All right, what do you got to do? Junky pictures, baby?
Yeah, we're gonna do junky pictures because there's one I need some explanation for.
All right, here we go. Let's get into the junky pictures, and boom.
Okay, so Michael Grace, as I mentioned yesterday, he had a birthday.
That I don't want. I know I'm not going to like that pickled bologna, but I want to eat it anyways.
So he actually had sent in a notice that he had like early on, and then yesterday, because it was his birthday, he sent this photo and said, "This is how Michiganders will understand."
Yeah.
I would like to know what that means.
Well, first of all, Faygo Red Pop is the pinnacle of soft drinks, of sodas, whatever you want to call it. There has never been anything as great as Faygo Red Pop. And often the question is, tastes like red. It tastes like red. It's Faygo Red Pop.
By the way, that was the question. He was like, often the question is, what does red taste like? And I jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's Red Pop. It's fantastic. You crack one of those open anytime the Lions win. Any flavor of Faygo will do. And yes, ma'am.
To be fair, if you're not from Michigan, Faygo Red Pop tastes vaguely like strawberry flavored candy, like strawberry flavor. It is good. It's very sweet.
Exceptional. It is the greatest soft drink of all time. And then on the right, I don't know if you guys are seeing it on the right too. That is pickled bologna. Pickled bologna and I have a relationship that goes way back. When I was playing D&D with Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, was not Dr. Daniel Baker at the time. He was just Dan. Now he's Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD. And Rob Otto, famous screenwriter, soon-to-be famous screenwriter Rob Otto, and Jeff Rappelgee and Kurt Klein and Scott Christian and all the crew. Every Saturday and Sunday we were role-playing. And almost every time, one of the moms, whoever's house we were at, would bring in a tray of snacks. And on that tray of snacks were various cheeses and Twinkies and Cheetos, chips, all that stuff. And then there would always be a plate of pickled bologna right in the middle, because it looks like regular bologna, but it's not. Every time I would look at it, because I love bologna. Sal, you may love bologna too. I love bologna. I would look at it and be like, I don't even like that, but maybe I'll try it this time. Every week, all the guys would be like, "Come on, Sigler, looks delicious, doesn't it?" And then they would eat some, like, tastes just like bologna. It's not that pickly. It's not that bad. I'd be like, "Arr!" And I'd finally eat it, and every week it tasted awful. I never got through it.
But apparently, for Michael Grace, who had a birthday yesterday, celebrating a birthday yesterday, he doesn't mind the pickled bologna, and so this was a Michigander's birthday celebration for his 29th times a couple, 2, 3
Good point,
times.
Chris Grawl. That pickled bologna jar is very girthy. Moving on to the next picture. What do we have here?
Okay, so you guys, we've been talking a little bit. We talked a couple of SIGLERinPLACEs ago about the ancestor cake that was at Sigler Fest that got eaten when I was in my office because it was made out of Rice Krispie treats, and it fell on me because rats ate, I guess, the whole back end, and then the head fell on my head. This is part of the ancestor herd now. You guys have seen all the way on the left side. You can see the teeth and dentation of this big, which we've showed you in the what were they called? SIGLERartifacts.
Yeah, SIGLERartifacts.
Big ancestor, ceramic ancestor. He's beautiful. The one right in the middle of your screen is actually made out of pool chalk. Somebody took one of the, if you go play pool at a pool hall, there are these just big mounds of chalk, and somebody carved that ancestor out of that. I believe that was Ben Clifford. I'm not 100%. You can see the ancestor that was handmade. I've showed you that also as a SIGLERartifact on SIGLERinPLACE. This was hand sewn and given to Scott in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the Rookie Tailgate Tour. The woman who made it made that one and made one for her baby and asked Scott to sign the one for her baby. And Scott said, sure, if you sign this one for me. So on one of that, if you turn that little ancestor over, the one that you can see the yellow sail fin, that woman's name is signed on one of his legs, which I really, really love. And then there's, of course, just the Chick-fil-A more chicken.
Yes. The blotchy ancestor.
So that
is girthy.
That is
the
current ancestor herd. That's an old photo, but
these
it is the current ancestor herd.
These are some turgid ancestors.
Yeah.
God, I hope I can go back to right descendants someday. I'm so excited.
This would be so good.
Hey!
I knew you would like this.
It's a mama and a papa. How you doing? Hey, that's the gentleman right there on the right who introduced me to Sal Yume. Sal Yume, the Sal Yume, the philosopher.
Yeah.
That's mom and dad looking mean. Looking mean.
Them, just so you guys know, this is them in their Kraken's gear. Their Kraken's gears. Coach is wearing his number. Ma Sigler is wearing Scott's number because these are Kraken's photos. Ma and Coach Sigler have all the jerseys for all their children's favorite, both of their sons' favorite teams and both of their teams and stuff. But this was specifically a photo shoot so that we can get the Siglers at the time all dressed as Krakens. And I thought you might like that because you've been missing those.
And those of you who do
folks
not
this
know,
week.
number 10 was my dad's number in college. I think high school as well. He played for Olivet College, had a chance to play for the Cowboys, but passed on it, which is weird, but you think about it in the old days. But number 10 was my dad's number, therefore Quentin Barnes was number 10 as well. What?
Oh,
you didn't know that?
No, I knew that. That's the first time you've said it in public.
Oh, there you go.
That's great. He normally lets you guys figure that out and ask, and then he replies to you.
There
That's
you
awesome.
Go. It's figured out.
But you've been missing them this week, so I thought I'd sneak in one of those photos.
I love my parents. All right, that's Mama and Papa, and now, is that?
You guys.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a world champion? Is that a world? Oh shit! Hold on.
It's
Give me a second, you guys. Hold on. I got to do this, and that's me there. Ready, baby?
I am.
And in this corner, standing by the palm tree, in the backyard with the garden retainer wall, holding a +10 Vorpal blade of whoop you in your smart mouth, he is the hammer, he is the heavy, he is the world champion, J.B. Harvey.
Ooh, that took a lot out of me.
Okay.
Tell him what's up, baby. Tell him what's up.
Well, now I got to get back to the beginning so I don't screw it up. Okay. Now that you did this. So, of course, you guys know this is J.P. Harvey. J.P. Harvey and Stephanie Harvey and their son Paul Harvey are good friends of ours. J.P. and Stephanie are also terrifically supportive of junkies in general and also Siglerism in general. And J.P. serves as a secret agent. And the secret agents, tell folks who might not have heard sort of what the secret agents
are. We have a secret agent in the room right now, Chris Grawl. Secret agents are people with an area of highly specialized set of skills. They are people who've done a thing for a while very well, so that when I, who have not done those things, want to make it believable about those things in my books, I go to the secret agents. And J.P. Harvey's role is all manner of military aircraft and aircraft in general. If you've read Mount Fitzroy, J.P. Harvey's turgitude is all over that book.
So J.P. Harvey is a competitor, of course, as you can tell. And this year so 2020 was a little weird and got canceled. So when he finally got to compete, he won this championship in traditional weapons. So what he has, whatever Scott called it, it's a traditional
plus 20 Vorpal blade of shut your mouth candy ass.
And so I was so excited about this, and I know nothing about competitive martial arts. So I asked Stephanie a billion questions like these, in case you guys have any of these questions. Does JP get to keep this forever? Does he get to wear this every time he competes that says World Champ 2020? Or can he only wear it until a new champion is crowned, and then he can keep his... I forget what this is called. Is it jersey? It's not a jersey. It's uniform.
It is a
uniform.
gi.
He gets to keep it, but he doesn't get to wear it in competition. And she says, no, he gets to wear it forever because he earned it, which is awesome.
He earned it.
And I'm just so excited because, last year so many things just got upended right in the middle of working so hard and doing all the things. We've experienced this 10,000 times with the gangster. You guys have all experienced it, like this just immediate stoppage.
Yeah.
And JP did the work and stayed the course and came back and won it all. And I love it so much. I'm like, look, if JP can still be a world champion after having been interrupted right in the middle, there's hope for the rest of us.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. You're probably going to see more pictures of JP Harvey world champion in future episodes, because it's not that often a junkie is a world champion, and we're going to celebrate that stuff all day long. What do we have here, sweetheart?
Oh my gosh, I have to read this, but so I wanted you guys to know, even though these next couple of weeks are going to be a little bit wonky because we're shipping the gangster finally. I wanted you to know that we have tons of these photos and we want more. This is Neil D from Facebook. This is an embarrassing picture of him circa 1998, according to his own report, wearing Genco jeans, 30-inch waist, and 30 inches at the bottom of the pants.
Oh my God! So he could He could put both his legs in one pant leg from the bottom up and wear it.
If he went from the bottom up, it would be a little mincing because they do narrow as they go up a little bit. But it's 30 inches at the waist.
I feel like he was an extra in Mallrats. For God's sakes, that's incredible.
Yes, exactly. 30 inches at the bell. And in this photo, he is currently rollerblading.
Did I cut this off?
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
No, you didn't. You can barely see.
No, I think I got this right here. Go ahead, babe.
And then he says, but, I am rocking.
There we go.
There it is. Oh, you are, yeah. But, I am rocking a Buddy Guy Johnny Lang T-shirt, so it's not all bad. And I will give you that. If you are at all a blues fan, if you're wearing a Johnny Lang Buddy Guy T-shirt, you get a little bit of a bit of a break there.
Oh, Neil.
Dude, I'm so
incredible.
happy.
Nice rail ride, though, bro.
I know, that's it.
Nice rail ride.
He's literally sending in his most embarrassing photo, and I'm like, oh, Tiny,
right,
come
Chris.
on, let's show it up. Let's show it
Neil.
up. So you guys look for those crazy, terrible photos because this is what you get when you play along. Or this is what you get when you play. I don't know how to do this. How do I do that?
I don't know, babe. You're asking the wrong guy. Neil, plus 30 experience points, plus 30 for the other leg, and plus 30 for the waist. That's a total of plus 90 experience points. Fantastic.
Hey, there he is.
Neil's into his house.
See, look, and he's even owning it. So listen, if you guys have photos that you're like, Jesus, I can't believe I did that, send them to us.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to be the one to say it. Those pants being so swollen and loose are very beneficial to a young man in high school.
Tell me more.
Because if you happen to sprout wood because your English teacher is smoking, no one's going to know. It works out very well.
Mr. David
works
never
out very
minded.
well. Oh, God. Dr. Daniel Baker, you did not find... Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Dr. Daniel Baker's found some pictures of me. He seems to have the immortal repository pictures of me. All right, now we're going to go off back to Maine. I think we're running out of time, sweetie. What do we got? We're not going to do questions. Save the pup picks for next week.
Well, we could, but I think we only have one pup pick.
We got some great... No, we got two fan pup picks. Should we get to those and clear them out? Let's do that.
Yeah. I mean, we could do all three and be still done in 3 minutes. You do yours, whichever you choose. Because
I'm good at being done in 3 minutes, so that works out well for me.
I never see which photos he chooses for our dog picks, so I would like to see that too.
Oh, come on.
Look at her with her...
Two of my favorite mammals in the entire world posed together. Possibly my two favorite mammals in the entire world.
Completely brown snoot. Come on.
Oh, she's so great. That dog is great.
She's got a little bit of a white, a little bit of snow on her
Although in
snoot
that picture, if you look at her eye, this looks like a movie poster, and she is the assassin that is staring off the Russian diplomat who's actually a traitor turncoat, and Reese is going to put her down, and you are the femme fatale. Gradually look off to the right to the Bulgarians
I see it the other
who will
way.
save the day.
I see it as her looking at the Russian saying, do I have to kill her? She's so great. She just gave me chicken
you
jerky.
guys are like Turner and Hooch. You guys are together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm blanking on other movies of names of two people together.
Look at those teeny tiny eyebrows I used to have before I had them tattooed on.
Let's go to the big pup pick. Oh my God, it's a murderer's row. Look at these guys.
So this is here in this house. That is, of course, all the way on the left-hand side. That's Stella Bella. In the middle is my sweet pup, Squeaky, and on the right is Reese Pieces. Squeaky and Reese are currently vacationing with Stella. They are not at home, which is why you haven't seen them or heard them or had us talk about them, but they come home tomorrow morning. We can't wait. And they're with Stella's new sister, Cordelia. And they, as a 4-dog pack, are terrific.
Is Amy taking any pictures of all 4 dogs together?
I don't know, probably. Not that I have seen, but of course.
And then we are going to say goodbye to these 3 lovely puppies and look at some other people's puppies.
Okay, so I just mentioned JP. JP and Steph, as you know, are a good friend of ours, the Harveys in Las Vegas. In the background there, that's Tyrion, and the one who is offended because Stephanie put all his toys away in the toy box, or the toy barrel basket, as it were. That's Oreo. And Oreo decided to protest having all his toys put away by doing that with his toy box.
Oreo looks like Criss Cross's dog. Like, she's like, I'm gonna wear the whole toy bin, too big for me and backwards. Neil D, this could be your dog right here with that big old baggy bin hanging.
I love
from the
that.
neck.
Stephanie is so great because she's a good friend of mine. She's working super hard in lockdown. She looks terrific. She never sends me pictures of how great she looks, but she sends me pictures of her whole life, including her son and her husband and her dogs. And she's like, I thought you might like to see this. I'm like, yeah, I would like to see this every day. Look at that tiny fool dog.
Have we had pictures of the girls with their dogs on the show yet?
No.
No.
Chris,
I
know you're there.
Come on,
Chris, you could send them.
Here we
They're
go. And
just the best.
Our next picture is...
So
come
this,
on.
as you guys know, Boz had, I forget, this is a Lungenburger, I think is the name of it. He had a Lungenburger and lost that dog a while back, and we did a memorial. And this is a puppy. I think his name is Bear.
So this is a living dog.
It's a living dog.
Fantastic.
And a friend of his. And that's Bear. And he was like, I couldn't get enough. I had to go over and see it. And so he sent that.
Oh my God, it's so puffy. Look at it.
I know, isn't it the cutest? But
And that's a puppy? How big is that thing going to get?
Well, they're very big. They're like 130 pounds when they're done. Yeah,
oh,
they're giant, like Bernards. But I did want to mention this, you guys. It doesn't fit because it's not an actual registered charity, but I did want to mention, he says, he is about to chuck himself out of a perfectly good airplane sometime in the next couple of weeks in September. His buddy Hayden had the most horrific last few years, in which he lost a daughter and a wife in an accident. And instead of curling into a ball like any of us would, he turned it into a movement we call Do Something. The idea is to help those who have faced personal tragedy or similar and maybe just go outside. So they are raising money. They're going to jump out of a plane. Hayden promised. Lee is one of his best friends and was like, yeah, no, I can't let you do that by yourself. So I'm going to do that with you. So they're both about to jump out of a plane. I'm going to put out
I will not join them. They can jump out that plane. More power to them. I will stay on the ground.
Me too. But I am going to put the website for that in the chat room now, because any money that they raise with this Just Giving link, they're going to donate to the Nick ICU that tried to save his girls, his daughters, Hayden's daughters after the accident. And regardless, they're going to jump out of plane, come back safe, tell us all about it. And in the meantime, look at how happy Boz is that he got to see another, I don't know how you say, long burger dog.
Real quick, baby, what's the movie we just watched last night that made... I did not cry. I did not cry.
Oh, Pick Up the Litter.
No.
I mentioned I'm having a rough week, so I picked Pick Up the Litter, which is the Guide Dogs for the Blind organization, raises whelps 800 pups a year, of which 500 become guide dogs. And this documentary follows 5 of them. And they are all of the same litter. They're all named with a P name. There were 3 boys and 2 girls. And I will tell you ahead of time that all 5 dogs don't make it, but it was very fun to watch and heartwarming. And nobody dies. They just don't become guard dogs or guide dogs. So don't worry too much about
alert.
I know. Right. Lungenhounden. Thank you, Smart.
That is it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have some other stuff. We didn't get to it. That's the way it goes. But I would like to point out once again that Archer is on. Again, you should be watching Archer. In my opinion, one of the best written. If you are a child of the 80s or the 90s, spectacular show. It's nothing but references to the culture we grew up with. So enjoy that, because Glenn Gooley Blue, we're going to have Lucky Yates, Krieger himself, on the show.
Just a lovely human
Who's just
being.
an awesome dude. I'm so excited.
We have so many question shows coming up, you guys. So many. We didn't get to any questions today, but so many. We have the next 2 weeks of SIGLER-in-Place are mostly questions. Any question you have about Siglerism specific to the gangster, even better. But any question you have, please send them to info@emptyset.com. You can send a video as long as it's horizontal and less than 30 seconds long. You can send a voice, like an MP3 of just your voice, as long as it's less than 30 seconds long. Or you can just send your question to me and I will read it, credit you, and ask him for an answer next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Likewise, if you have never joined a happy hour, a Junkies happy hour this Saturday night, join that. It starts at 4 p.m. It goes to 11 p.m. Both of those are Pacific time.
Peace out, Dr. Baker.
And we are going to be on there from starting at 7 o'clock, probably 7 to 8-ish, a little bit later. We're going to do a One for the Junkies kind of panel, which is just weirdness that we used to do at Dragon Con at 11 o'clock at night. Bring a drink, bring your questions, bring your weirdness, maybe something orange, wear a hat. I don't know, something.
Something
and
crazy.
We'll see you then.
All right. So let's get this up here real quick. Mike Jant, I cannot watch the Archer Bob's Burgers crossover bit. I can't even watch the actor who plays Archer. I
You can't even watch the Arby's commercial.
I can't watch the Arby's commercial. I will not watch anything that spoils the image of Sterling Archer for me. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us for this week. I am going to swing over to the main cam now. We have 2 cameras, but the camera that features A kind of is on all the time. You guys, you understand why. You understand what's going on. Because I control the cameras, that's why. Let us get over here. Let's get ready to tell you all to Jump, jump, wiggity, 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 whack. I didn't do that very well. Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity. Gosh, I'm out of practice.
Oh, no.
A wiggity, 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 whack. Okay.
And reverse it.
No, that's a different song.
He gets so crazy
Chris
every
Goes will
time.
make it jump, jump.
Every time I mess it up.
All right. You guys are great. We love you. We will see you.
Here's the way we normally end things.
Don't forget, come join me this Friday. It's going to be a great time. Rachel True is an awesome person who's done many awesome things and loves an awesome movie. So it's going to be fantastic. Join us. It'll be great. Go ahead, baby.
So, you have anything to tell us about? You're worried about your copy of The Gangster, you have questions for SIGLERinPLACE or The Gangster Q&A, you have anything at all, email that to info@emptyset.com. And on Wednesday, September 8th, we'll be back. We'll be doing a Q&A. It is also International Literacy Day.
Literacy is a good thing, but you can't eat it. I would
can't
like
be
to
eating
point
on
out.
camera, but we will hopefully, maybe, probably not, but maybe be shipping The Gangster then, so that's okay. And until then... You know it. Say it with us. We want you to stay safe. It's time. Moo just showed up today. Moo showed up today.
We
Be
want
careful.
you to stay smart.
We need you to stay science, you guys.
And for the love of science, with the moo variant coming in, which we might as well call the ancestor variant. It's the moo.
Oh, I like moo better than moo.
Moo variant. We need you to stay informed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not over yet, nor will it be over for a long time. We told you early what was happening. And those of you who doubted us are having a very difficult time of things. Listen to us. We know science. We know many things. Maybe anything else?
Simorg, I hope you have a great birthday week.
You can all kiss off into the sky. We are out and...